Hello, my name is Shriyansh, and today we are here in the UXT class to interview international student at UF regarding what they struggle with when first arriving at the UF campus. We'll also be recording this interview and uploading it to YouTube as part of the assignment 1 of UXT course. All the records will be kept confidential and the interview will no longer be more than 15 minutes. You are helping us by giving us the insight into what struggles are prevalent among international students at the UF, and we are hoping that we can identify issues so that we can improve the UF experience in the coming future. Okay, so let's get started. First, I would like to tell me a bit about yourself, and if you're comfortable, can I ask you questions, some personal questions?
Sure. So, hello everyone. My name is Parth Shah, and currently I'm pursuing my degree in Masters in Industrial and Systems Engineering at the University of Florida.
Yeah, good. And from which country you are from, and what was your GRE, TOEFL score, and what course you are enrolled in here? Can you please
Okay.
briefly explain it?
So, I'm from Mumbai, India, and I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering back in Mumbai. My GRE score was 297, and my TOEFL score was 95. And currently, I'm doing my master's in industrial. So my courses are like human factors in system design, production and operations management, project management, and purchasing and materials management.
Yeah, that sounds good. Something related to the real world. Nah? Nice. So, what were you doing back in home country before coming to the US? Were you working? Were you a student? Some projects or something like that?
Actually, I passed out I completed my bachelor's in 2021. So I completed my bachelor's and immediately I came here at the US. I mean, at the UF. So I completed my bachelor's in 2021 and I started my master's in fall 21 as well.
Ah, sounds good. Okay. So, how old were you when you first arrived at the US?
21.
21. Oh, okay. So, why exactly did you choose USA and specifically UF to pursue your master's in industrial engineering?
So I had a lot of research done before coming to US
Mm-hmm.
regarding different countries. So I found US like average on the cost, like Australia and Europe were costlier, and in Europe, there are fields for mechanical engineering, deep mechanical, technical mechanical engineering, but I didn't want to go deep into mechanical. So I
Okay.
chose a different field. So that's industrial. And when I saw the rankings across US and everyone, everywhere around the US, so I found University of Florida in the top 20 for industrial. So that's why I applied at the US.
No, that's something good reason. Okay. So, did you face any challenges for getting a visa? As far as I know, that getting a visa for the US is quite difficult. So, did you had any particular challenges getting in the visa or something like that?
Yes, getting the visa was challenging for me because I had to get my loan done, the loan
Mm-hmm.
process done. For the loan process, I needed my I-20 and I got an admit from UF in mid-April or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I got my I-20 late and my loan process also started a bit later than expected.
Okay.
So it was not completely difficult for me to get to do the visa process, but yeah, it was tough to get the loan approved.
Okay. Okay. So the main hindrance that you are telling it's like the future applicant should be done with all the financials and settled with all the financials before booking the visa slot, right? So that
Yes.
it should be more smoother.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you ever been to any other international trips or have you ever lived in any other country apart from your home country before coming to the US?
No, this was actually my first international flight, and I
Okay.
came directly to Orlando.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. So now I would like you to tell me a bit about your arrival at the US. So I'll be asking some few questions related to that, your travel and everything.
Okay.
Okay. So how was your travel experience to the US and specifically to Gainesville, all the way from
My
Bombay to
yeah,
Gainesville? So how was your travel experience all along?
it was not difficult for me. It was my first international flight, so I was nervous. I was excited,
Hmm.
and I had mixed feelings, like staying away from my family after so long, and Traveling alone was a major issue for me, but it didn't seem a problem because everything went on very smoothly. And when I arrived in US, I arrived at Orlando. So I had a relative, so I lived at their place. And
Okay.
when I had to come to Gainesville, they dropped me by their car. So it was not tough, but not completely easy. So yeah, it was
So did
good,
you
but
enjoy the travel, this long journey and all? How long was it, to be particular?
my journey was approximately 21 or 24 hours from Mumbai to Gainesville. Not Gainesville, Orlando.
Orlando. Okay. I hope that it was something adventurous and thrilling. Okay.
Yes.
So moving on, how much time did you have before the classes began and the time you landed here?
So it was like 15 to 18 days.
Oh, that's quite long. So when was the class starting and when exactly did you come to the Gainesville?
Okay, Gainesville. Okay.
Gainesville.
When I came in Gainesville, I came in Gainesville on 21st August and the classes
Okay.
started on 23rd. So I just
Oh,
had two
okay.
days in Gainesville, but in
Okay.
US I had a time before that.
Okay. Okay. So how did your house search go on? Like from where did you got to know the place you are currently living in? And did you have helped in any way for finding the housing off campus? Basically, on campus, anyway, you have had the information on their site. But the place you are living in, can you please tell us where you are living and how did you come to know about that place?
So I had a few seniors, contacts of few seniors from
Mm-hmm.
my department, from other departments as well. So I asked them. I went through the UF on-campus locations as well, but I didn't found that. So efficient for me to live there. So I took an off-campus apartment, and I found it through Google and my friends' contacts.
Okay.
They told me a lot about this location, so we then decided, like, we chose four of us roommates, and then we signed the lease through India. We did not have to do anything after coming here.
Oh, so you're telling that it was quite smoother, right? It
Yes.
was not that hectic, and you signed the lease all the way from your home country, right?
Yes.
So that's also possible that you can sign the lease. So did you have to pay any the security amount or
Yes, I had to pay security
Mhm.
amount after I got the key. That was on 21st August, my first day
Okay.
of arrival in Gainesville.
So
So on
after
that day,
shifting
I
you have
had
to
to
pay,
pay.
or while
Yes.
shifting you have to pay. You don't have to
Yep.
pay while signing the lease, right?
No,
Okay. So how far is your accommodation from the university campus?
it's around two or yeah, it's around 1.5 mile.
1 hour. Okay. So what's the preference for everyday transportation from your
The local
accommodation to you?
bus, RTS
Oh, okay.
buses.
Regional buses. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, moving towards your experience on the US. So, was there any major concern that you had before arriving to the US? Like, will there be something like people do think the international student that I'll be facing this, I'll be facing that, I'll be having this problem when I'm at the US. So, did you had any prior concern before coming to the US?
Yes, I actually had one.
Mm-hmm.
Back in India, I was more of an introvert.
Okay.
So I had that fear in mind. How would I socialize with people? How would I talk to people? And the first 2 weeks helped me a
Mm-hmm.
lot come out of that introvert zone. So when I was in Orlando with my relatives, they took me to
Mm-hmm.
different places. I got to know the culture of US. So it helped me a lot. And after coming here as well, it was a bit tough for me to make new friends and everything,
Mm-hmm.
but still, it was smooth. It was good that everything happened pretty smooth, and now I'm in a good place with good friends.
That sounds good. So, like you mentioned, that you were an introvert back in your home country, right? So, what exactly were your steps being from introvert, transitioning from introvert to an extrovert, like socializing people that too in a new country, coming all alone, traveling for a 24-hour flight, coming here, getting to know the new culture, basically experiencing new culture and all. So, what did you do exactly to come out of your comfort zone?
Communication is the key. Like I
Okay.
was told back in India as well that
Mm-hmm.
if you don't communicate, you're going to be alone and stuff. So as I came in US, I started
Mm-hmm.
communicating with people. I was nervous while I was communicating before I
Uh-huh.
had because I had the fear that my accent might be different, my way of talking would be different, the
Yeah.
culture is different, everything is different. So I had that fear, but fortunately, the people I met were good enough to teach me the culture, to
Hmm.
help me know the culture, help me know how to talk, how to, I mean, properly socialize with everyone.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good. Okay. So, apart from the prior concern that you had, like how will you convert yourself from introvert to an extrovert and socializing? Because as I know, the networking is the major key
Yeah.
to success in the US, right? So, what were some unexpected issue you encountered at the beginning of your time at UF, and could UF have done something to prevent those things?
Um, I cannot think of any unexpected things that happen.
Any example or anything that's going across your mind right now, like this was unexpected, or UF could have done this thing right, or that would have helped you in some other way, some unexpected things.
Um, it's a long thing to think.
Take it, no problem. You can
Honestly, I
even think
don't.
aloud. Yeah, you can converse and get to know me.
Honestly, I don't think of. I can't think of anything right now because pretty much everything was smooth for me from the US side.
Okay.
If there was something wrong, like nothing happened which was
Mm-hmm.
wrong, everything went on smooth. Everything was perfect for me.
Okay.
Once I got to US, I got to know about the on-campus jobs,
Mm-hmm.
so I got a help through that as well. I socialized. Everything went on smooth, so I don't think I had any problems through
Oh,
US.
that's good to know that there are international students who are complete journey is quite smooth.
Yeah.
So, was there a problem for you, or you faced anything while you were setting up your bank account, getting the ID card, getting to know the transportation service, something like that? And did UF do their best to get you used to it for opening up the bank account? Because the bank culture is different, the transportation is different, rules and regulations are different. So, how was your dad experience?
Um, my bank account process was smooth because I did it back in Orlando again,
Okay.
and my ID card process took some time because there were a
Hmm.
lot of students that came in for 21, so I
Hmm.
had to wait for 3 days to get my ID card. But yeah, I was late. I started my ID card application on the day of
Hmm.
when the college started. So yeah, I was late, but yeah, it took me 3 days to get the ID card.
Okay.
And the other thing was transportation.
Hmm.
It was good because when I entered the UF, there was an orientation meeting held by
Okay.
different people stating what the rules and regulations should be,
Hmm.
what are the rules, especially for students at the UF. So it was helpful.
Okay. So the orientation bank account was not a hindrance for you,
No.
and the transportation and everything would you got to know about through the orientation, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, was there a culture shock for you because you're coming from completely different country, completely different culture, the country which has diversity, which is diverse and different culture. So, was there a culture shock when you landed in the US, and how you experienced? Like, what was the difference between the education system that you had in your bachelor back in your home country and you landed in the US? So, the culture shock and the educational shock. Did you had something like that?
Um, Not exactly a cultural shock because
Mm-hmm.
nowadays everyone who's in India watches a lot of movies and series uh, from USA.
Yeah.
So we exactly know how we know what to expect when we come here.
Yes.
Personally, that was my thing when I watched the series Friends and all. So it was good for me. And educational shock was I was really happy with the. I mean, I was personally very happy with the education system over here. Like in back in India, we had to remember things from day one of the college till the end. Here, I mean, we had midterms in India as well. We had midterms in UF as well. But
Mhm.
the only thing was that after every midterm, you don't have to. I mean, you definitely have to know what you have been learned, but you didn't have the same concepts in every exam. So there were different concepts, different parts.
Okay.
Bro, the course was basically broken in like say three parts. So
Mm-hmm.
for every exam, you just have to learn those single parts. You don't
Yeah.
have to learn all the three together. So that was a good thing for me.
Okay. So basically, the education system here is more of the practical base rather than the theory base, right? There's nothing
Yes.
like a roadmap that all the professors and every course has to be on the specific path. Like this will be the exam, this will be the date. It depends on professor to
Yeah.
professor and course to course, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So was there anything that you have did to make your transition back from India to the US more smoother? Any
Um,
specific things you found out that this feature of the UF or this information on the UF side or this mail of UF that I got from UF is basically serving me as a very good tool from transitioning back from India to US.
the one major thing that transitioned me from cultural wise, from my own
Mm-hmm.
mental state and everything, that changed me.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the on-campus jobs given provided by the UF campus. That
Okay.
helped me a lot socialize with different people, talk to a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people, get to know a lot of things.
So how exactly did you know about the on-campus job? What was there a particular site or from seniors?
Yes.
What was the
So I
source?
got a mail from UF as well. So
Mm-hmm.
they provided a mail in which they had options for different non-campus jobs.
Okay.
And back in India, there are a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
who are vegetarian who don't eat meat. So
Yeah.
there were options for those people as well who can
Mm-hmm.
choose a job where you don't have to touch the meat or do
Media.
anything.
Okay. So, being said that you mentioned like veg and non-veg, it's a big thing when you are coming from a country which is very much
Yes.
spiritual, right? So, was there a food shock basically? Because US is not very much diverse into the food, right? So, yeah, here in US, most of the people eat meat, right? They
Yeah.
consume meat. So, was there a food shock, like what kind of food I will eat, or you did find hard to try find something distinct, like where to eat, what to eat,
Yes.
something the
In the
menu to
first half,
understand the menu and all. Yeah.
it was tough for me because I didn't know a lot of places on campus
Mm-hmm.
where I can eat or off campus. So there were many less options where I had to go. Like there was just Subway, there was Chipotle. So
Yeah.
those were the only two options I figured out in the first half of my
Okay.
uh, UF journey. And
Mm-hmm.
now I know a lot of places on the campus as well where I can
Mm-hmm.
find vegetarian food. So it's good that I found out different things.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. So basically, the on-campus dining, the food court and everything. So how exactly did you got get to know about which place is where? Like where is Wendy's, where is McD, whichever outlet it is, where it is
There was
located on the campus, and where is the veg option available, where is not, right? Like that.
there was a UF map available somewhere. So I
Okay.
got that on the first day itself.
Mm-hmm.
So on that map, it showed every location of every retail store, like Wendy's, Starbucks,
Oh.
Subway, Chick-fil-A, everything. So I could see where everything's are, every place is, and I had a few friends working at, let's say, each location. So I got
Mm-hmm.
to know through them whether they have any vegetarian options or not. And when I got to know that the Greater Dining Hall has a vegetarian option, I started going there much often.
Ah, that's good. So basically, you have most of the thing lined up for the international student and to transition back from their country to the UF, right? That's
Yes.
okay. That sounds good. So you have answered most of the things. Thanks for your time and thanks for your insightful answer. So would you like to give any of the useful tips to the upcoming applicant so that they can be more aware of the facts that are going on here?
Um, the only thing I would like to say to the upcoming applicants is that the first few weeks, or let's say a month, might be
Mm-hmm.
tough for you guys because you're coming from your home country in here in US. You might not have a lot of relatives or friends,
Mm-hmm.
so it might be tough, but just trust the process and it would be good.
Yeah. So just stick along with it, go with
Yes.
it, and you all will be good. So thank you very much, Parth, for your time and for your insightful answer. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You too.